Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for the Banner Saga 2. I personally just finished the Banner Saga just a few minutes ago, and then went ahead and downloaded this and decided to get started on this right away. But you guys will have seen this, I guess, 2 days ago, or whatever it was. But I've never played the Banner Saga 2. I have played the Banner Saga years ago, so I was vaguely familiar with some parts of the story, although I had forgotten a lot of it. But the Banner Saga 2 is completely new to me. I know nothing about this. I'm looking forward to playing this. Obviously, we can see our one-armed hero here. He still has one arm, which I guess that's a static part of the story. You will always have one arm. I guess, is that Juno back there in the back that we saw in the last one? I don't see Rook. Unless I'm blind. I don't see Rook. I don't know if he's in the story or not, although the red banner was related to Rook and Alette. Of course, Alette, which we might see in the recap here in a moment, sadly is no longer with us. And obviously these creatures back here, these centaurs, minotaurs. What's the difference between minotaur? Centaurs are horses, right? Minotaurs are those cows? Centaurs? Or do I have it completely backwards? I actually don't remember. These are new, obviously, to us. So it'll be interesting to see how these play into things. Let's watch the recap. Let's get into this. I'm excited.
When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alette, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety. His caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose. In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader Bolverk, both Varl and humans stood against a dredge general, the immortal Sunder, known as Bellower. Juno devised a way to stop Bellower, but it cost the life of one held dear. The saga continues.
All right, there we go. Hopefully I remember to... Sorry, the audio was a little bit quiet there. I'll have to adjust that here in a minute. Hopefully I'll adjust that in post so it's a little bit louder so you guys can hear it. In fact, I'm actually going to put a quick pause in the video so I can go make sure I can adjust the volume with my little device over here. I'll be right back. All right, hopefully I can adjust the volume better now, but let's jump right in and see what we can do. There is a new mode, survival mode. If I click on this, you can see it says survival mode is a challenging series of battles where you can test your tactical mettle. You should finish the game story first to avoid spoilers. So obviously we're not going to be playing that right now, but it is interesting that was in fact added in. Let's go. Oh, so it could have been Rook or Alette that died. I'm actually kind of sad. I wanted to keep Alette around, but I guess we'll import our saved game. Yep. Man, sad that we lost Alette.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem fleytir okkur áfram. Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberrain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dreads assaulting another hopeless village.
Move away from those glowing rocks. This one's mine. No, no, to the depths with you. Oh. Everybody's dying. Is that Rook? Keep killing them. Rook, quick, running ahead. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Is this new? Is this something that we weren't able to do before? That I just already was able to do it all along and I just didn't realize it. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Yep. Your heroes are blue, the enemies red. It's your turn to act. Makes sense. Same as normal. It does feel like we're at what, a little bit of an angle, aren't we? So kind of a, like that's a little bit different at least. Yeah, movement happens before action. Ring shows the ivory is active. Blah blah blah. We already know all of this. I just want to make. I'm reading through this just to make sure there's not anything new that I am unaware of. Some heroes fill more tiles than others. Yes, we know that. Click the tile you want to move to. Yes, sounds good. Target enemy. Yes. Yep. So we want to kill him with strength. Go. We'll do 8 damage to strength falls in battle. Yes, that's fine. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by break attack. Yes, we know that. Nothing new there. Enemy only has 7 strength remaining. Strength attack will kill it. Yes, we know that. We don't need to add anything else to it, so we'll click yes. Boom. All right, all of that's relative. It's the same. So I doubt there's anything majorly different, but you never know. Without an enemy to reach, the enemy will choose to smash an obstacle in his way. Obstacles on the combat board will make you change tactics, so plan wisely to make them work to your benefit. So obstacles are new. That is something we did not see before. Alright, Hatan's turn. It appears to be out of range of those enemies, but all heroes can use willpower. Well, you know that. So we can move up here, good stuff. I'm assuming we want to use this attack. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but Hakan has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. So yes, we want to do that. Does it matter which one we attack? Select the enemy's tile and then confirm your choice. Don't think it really matters, so we'll just attack you. And we're pillaging. Oh yeah, we just got you left. Powerful strike. When there's only one enemy left, heroes enter pillage mode. During pillage, each hero moves in order and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Yep. Alright, if the character does not move on in this turn, he can rest to regain 1 power. Aleel will rest this turn. I guess it's fine. I forgot about resting, but I guess we should be resting more often. Looks like the dredge is in some trouble. Rook won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack. Willpower, yes, we know that. So we can come in here, click this, click a willpower, kill him. So far, just the obstacles is the difference that I'm seeing so far. Something tells me Rook is going to be on a crazed attack to go through all the dredge he can, not caring about his own life. Crazy Rook. Is he really going to be on his own here? What is going on? I mean, the good news is that he gets to act every single turn, but what? We're just going to see him get killed here because he's stupid? I mean, we really don't have much option here. I don't think it really matters what we do here. I'm assuming he's dead. A final blow directed at your head is deflected, and giant horns slam into the dredge surrounding you. I guess we're Rook, though. Ivor pulls you to your feet and away from combat as other fighters from your caravan rush in to finish off the enemy. Ivor moves you past the crowd of worried villagers, ensuring you can stand on your own. I don't know what you were. He stops speaking as the village chieftain approaches. A Varl leader saving a human village from those things. Legends are made of much less. No Varl leader, just Ivor. Those things were dredged, like the stories you probably heard as a kid. And it was Rook here who ordered us to stop. Forgive me, maybe it's this never-setting sun or dredge, or the deaths of so many of my clansmen. I'm not myself. The man's eyes appraise you, and he quickly nods. I'm Elio, the Scald. Were you trying to drive the dredge all the way back north by yourself? Just remain silent for now. Scald looks back and forth between you and Ivor, unsure how to proceed. So, Ivor, we heard rumors about the Sunder, Bellower, sacking Borsgard. More than a rumor, but he's been dealt with. But by your clan? Your Sunder Slayers? The term makes Ivor wince and ends Elio's excitement. What about the deep shaking on the ground? Only yesterday we felt a rumble like none before. We'll play nice. I mean, I get that he's probably not in a good mood, but I mean, we'll try to play nice. The Serpent and the Sun. Rodermere? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. About as opposite of Rodermere as it gets, this one's determined to swallow us all. The Scald looks skeptical. Killing us under is big enough to tell off on its own for now. Then let's get ready to leave. Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. I guess I'll just nod quietly. I'll play nice. No, we didn't risk ourselves so the dredge could kill you tomorrow. Skull looks around at the small village, huts of his village. Whatever that said. Borsgard is the only other place I've seen in my life. This small village is all my family knows. Are things really as tragic as you're making them sound? Probably worse. Elio looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. Elio heads off to the village to organize supplies. The world breaking, dredge, mothers fighting alongside warriors, a giant serpent, not sure what to make of it all. Ivor, one of the giants known as Varl, has fought dredge in the northern winters, personally killed the Sunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Sunder Bellower. He has been by your side through everything, including the death of your daughter. Now you feel the weight of his full attention. What you pulled out there, fighting the dredge alone, was that tied to Alette at all? I'll just say I mean, I feel like this would be very realistic, but I'll try to calm down a little bit. I'm trying my best to hold it all together. Keep holding it all in and you'll lose it when these people need you most. That's fair. Alette was my reason for living after all this died. I remember, but make this caravan your reason now. There's still plenty for you to do. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. I'm still kind of sad. In a way, I wish I'd picked the other way around. And I guess I could have to start this game, but it's like, oh man, wish Alette was alive. Not that I want him to be dead, but it's just, I don't know. I liked Alette. Alette was cool. But as a father myself, this does hit very much home, so I get it. And then maybe that's the reason I want Alette to be alive, because I'm like, I would rather my daughter to be alive than me, so it kind of feels very natural for me to feel that way. Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. Alright. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says, since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and meat for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well. But folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Where can I find the merchants? You can't miss them, he says. A group of tents they call a market. Thanks, Ruben. I mean, I already knew that. But obviously they're trying to play up the early part of this game as if you hadn't played Banner Saga 1, which makes sense. Of course, he says. I almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens. The mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with their leader, Bulwark, but be careful. He's not like the other Varl. No, he's not, but he's ginormous. The medallion gives you information about your caravan, including population, supplies, renown, and the number of days have passed. Okay. The banner indicates that you have enough supplies to provision your caravan for 28 days of resting or travel. A larger population requires more supplies per day to survive. You can acquire additional supplies at the market. Click on the market to see what's available. Yep. These are the supplies the merchant has available. He will give you 5 per renown, and you need 7 supplies per day to survive. It shows what you have, blah, blah, blah. Click this button to add 15 or more supplies to your caravan. The area to the left will show you how these supplies affect your caravan. I guess they are making us buy some supplies, which is fine. Oh, wow. These go up to level 7. Who knows? And they may go up to level 10, to be honest. I don't know. That's cool. The markets also have items available. These items are equipped by your heroes and can provide a great advantage. Yes, yes, yes. We know that. Wow, yeah. 1 range distance. Nice. I mean, it's funny that this is offered here early on, that we have no way of buying this. Okay, we got a couple people we can go talk to. Could also rest. Can we not look at our heroes? Cityware. I guess I don't see that. Don't know that we need a rest or anything like that right now. Weak morale. Okay, let's go talk to you. Oddleif, your former chieftain's widow is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleif stands and wipes those loose feathers from her tunic. I doubt you're here to explain your actions with the dread. I miss Alette. I can only imagine. She watches you in silence, not pressing you to continue. Eventually, she changes the subject. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food while we travel, but we could always use more fighters. But training them takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. Then you'll just have to find a balance that works. We're okay for now, but who knows how our needs will change. I see. Thanks. You turn to leave, but Oddleif places a hand on your shoulder. We should talk, Rook, at some point. Talk about what? You. Not you, the leader, but the man I knew from Skoger. She gives you a faint smile and returns to her fletching. Is there a romance blooming between these two? Let's go talk to you. The Varl mercenary leader, Bulwark, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. Bulwark looks annoyed, nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Rook is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. You won't be seeing to anything much longer if he keeps fighting like he did earlier. I wonder where she came from. Folka. But I'm still here now. And I'm thankful for that. Your importance to these people can't be overstated. Okay, but what were you 3 talking about? With respect, Rook, that stays between us for now. Well, that was kind of rude. Yeah. Her look at Bulwark says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakan at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane Valka. I don't know what that says. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Sure. Claw and Fang? His axes. Ah, okay. The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. How long are you going to let Juno tell you what to do? You avoid his goading. Only to Arberang. Then it's King Meinhoff's job. Like he's got the answers to any of this. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Have we met? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Again, where does she come from? Bulwark gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I heard there's a problem I should know about. The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every idiot along the river will get us all killed. Makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. That's not going to happen. Humans, you're all the same. You think you have it all figured out in your short lives. You've got no clue what's going to happen, no more than any of us. Bulwark snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bear-cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Okay, we can leave. We can rest. Still got the market. Weak caravan morale causes -1 willpower penalty in battle. Maintain sufficient supplies and rest in cap to improve morale. Okay, so I guess we will rest a little bit. Which is probably why we started with lower morale. Alright, so we're at least at normal. Do I want to go more than that? I mean, I do. But should we? You know what? It's the beginning of the game. Let's rest up until we get a good big chunk of morale boost. Alright, so we're at least at good. Do we want to go on to great? I think good's fine. Because there are some story decisions that can improve morale. So if we are capped on morale, which I don't know if that can be happen, but presumably if you go to like to great or whatever, you can get to a point where maybe those story decisions aren't as effective. So I think good morale is a good place to start for now. We'll stick with that. And let's leave. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Khan, a warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring. You seem to be handling it just fine. I'm not looking for praise, Hakan says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There's so few Varl left. How do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a Varl king should be able to figure out. Let's sail. Alright, let's go. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships built of scrap wood scavenged in Borisgard. The ravens find space around a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Ah, so we still got our banner, but we're in boats now. It's kind of cool. Some sort of wreckage up ahead. Leo looks ill. At least it's not of the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says. And I hear Aubering is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours rest on solid ground. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination, Leo asks. The Valka. Juno says the minister's... Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Minders. The Scald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more. Substantial. You realize Ivan and Juno can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Valka and her apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. Dredge, Leo says, almost in all. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real, and here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varls met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently, and the Scald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon. We'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. So see, there we go. Exactly what I said. We were going to get some morale improvement from different story elements. This is the map of the ward. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to Japan and using the... Yep, we know that. Location of your caravan is indicated by Rook's icon. The caravan recently embarked from Aleo's village and is traveling westward down the Ormsa River. So westward down this way. Okay. Prior to arriving at Aleo's village, the caravan had hurriedly embarked from Borisgard in the wake of the devastating siege laid by Belor and his armies. You can click on Borisgard to find more. Okay. An aging and senile mess of a city that can't remember whether it wants to sell you something or steal everything you've got. While Ormsdalr grew early into an important hub of trade, its twin city Borisgard became the place to buy things nobody else was willing to hawk. It's greatly supported by the potent items harvested in Rainavik and Tistel, and plagued by huge disparities between the extremely rich and the suffering poor. So its sister city was, what did it say, Ormsdalr over here? The caravan is attempting to reach Ormsdalr by river on the way to Arborang. Click on Ormsdalr to find out more about it. As Strom led some of the first men east, Ormsdalr was one of the most important places they settled, and nestled in the crook where the Ormsa river splits. If Borsgard and Ormsdaler were twins, Ormsdaler would be the righteous brother trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Okay, fair enough. And we're going to where? Oh, there's Arbering. Reaching Arbering, the human capital, is the ultimate goal of the caravan. It is hoped that the walls of the ancient city will provide safety against the deepening catastrophe. Click on Arbering to learn more. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arbering is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by the weaving power of the Menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Cool. So, like, we can click on that. Ruined Wall was once a vast nation. The Civil War divided mankind, and a leader named Strom set out for the east, intent on creating a new kingdom there. The dream died with Strom, and the lands would become unified again, but the name stuck. So we come from Skoger up here. Descendants of Sten, unable to cultivate good yields or find much fish in the frozen murk of Ba Harbor, nevertheless scratched out a living from the beasts of the forest, where they erected a stone to Hridvalder, patron of the hunters. So yeah, that's where we come from. Well, Rook comes from. And we had originally come down this way. Didn't we go down? Let's see, where is it? There's Rainavik. There's Sigerholm. I guess we just kept... I thought we went north at some point, but I guess not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, and didn't the other caravan come from over here? Did they come from... Oh, they came from Strand, didn't they? And they came down this way, is that right? I honestly don't remember how that first game started. But, no, that's cool. All right, let's close this out. You can return to the map at any time during travel by pressing this button. Makes sense. As you travel through the world, time passes. The number of days passes shown here, blah, blah, blah. We know that. Morale drops during continuous travel and when supplies run low. In order to raise morale, you must camp and allow your caravan to rest. Makes perfect sense. We're actually at great morale right now. The number of days worth of remaining supplies is shown here. If the caravan has sufficient supplies, people begin to starve and morale will drop. Oh, insufficient supplies. Sorry, I misread that. In order to maintain morale and heal injuries, you must rest in camp. Furthermore, camping provides you with opportunities, I should say, to increase your battle prowess and converse with your heroes. Click here to camp. Okay, I guess we're being forced to, so we will do that. When a day passes in camp, your caravan consumes a day's worth of supplies and morale. Click the rest tent, but I don't want to rest right now. All right, whatever. At any time, you can visit the hero's tent and expect and promote your heroes, blah, blah, blah. We know that. They both start at level 5. I guess is that... Were they level 3 before, or were they level 2? Your items are shown at the... It does look like we have all the same stuff. Your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Drag items onto your units to equip them. We know that. Okay. So yeah, we do have the same guys we had before, don't we? And it looks like they all have the same... No, it looks like everybody we loaded into the game has a promotion, except for Ned. So maybe... Did all these people have promotions when we entered the game last time? I actually don't remember suddenly. Click on the unit to view stats, promote ranks, to learn about abilities. Okay. Click on the ability to learn about abilities. Yes, yes, yes. Mark Prey, which is an extremely strong ability that I should use way more often. I mean, it does make sense to promote him. How much is it? Why does it not say how much it is? Is it 13? Take on a second ability. That's cool. The Peal of Rook's Warhorn rallies the heroes and calls them to pillage. During pillage, there are no more guaranteed turns. Killing an enemy... Wait. The Peal of Rook's Warhorn rallies the heroes and calls them to pillage. During pillage, there are no more guaranteed turns. Killing an enemy gives the heroes 2 turns in a row. But the same holds true for the... Gives the heroes 2 turns in a row, but the same holds true for the enemy. This calls for wisdom and timing. I mean, we know how pillage works because we do that when we get down to one enemy, but I'm not sure how pillage works from a Warhorn that you cast in the middle. It doesn't look like there's any other thing, so I guess we're choosing that ability. Okay, so I was going to say, I thought that's what that was saying. We need 13 renown. It's interesting that it's less than it was in the previous game where we need like 20, 25 renown to get up to like level 5. We could promote Oddleaf, I suppose. Oh, she does actually have some points available to her. Well, we're already full on break. Being able to spend a little bit more would be ideal. I mean, we can max out her stuff up here and then just focus purely on this, I guess. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's give her a little bit more strength. Let her live a little bit longer. How many kills do you have? 25 kills. Yeah, nice. What about you? 21. Yeah, Rook has definitely killed a lot. Any of you have any points? You don't. What about you? You do not. Guess we'll just click through these real quick to make sure nobody has any points. You are also level 5. I mean, if we run our group, we'll run probably Ivor first. We'll probably run Hakan and Gris. Kind of how we ended that last game. You have no points, but we could promote you. What's your promotion? Promotion is 9. Okay, good to know. Probably put Hakan second. Actually, we might start with Gris, just because Gris has a really strong shield break. Something like that. Gris has no points. He also cannot take a promotion right now. He's listed as a strong arm. Actually got 11 kills. Did we kill that many people with him? I don't remember that. So we'll run with those 3. And then I'd like to throw in a couple more. Rook, obviously, Ivan, it makes sense. And then probably one of our archers. Probably Oddleaf at this point. Something like that. And we'll play around with some of these other ones later. Does everybody have a piece of gear? They do. Does it make sense? I think it seems all right for the moment. You're running a level 2 thing, which is a 15% dodge. Strength resist. Crit chance. Actually, I'd like to give you the crit chance, I think. All right, we'll go with that. When you're ready to leave camp, you can do so by clicking leave. Yep, I understand that. Well, I didn't want to rest. I'm trying to click this thing off. So that's all right. We rest a little bit. Oh, well. We're going to go talk to him, but we'll do that in the next episode. We'll put a gun in there. When we come back, we'll continue on with the Banner Saga 2. Couple new things. Obviously, the higher levels that they can get to and the extra abilities they can pick up are going to make things interesting, I think. But we'll see from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.